Hello and welcome to this video tutorial. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful rosette flower which we taught in a class at Hayling Island recently on the Create and Craft weekend. This card was designed by Lynn and Maria from the Creative Expressions team, and I've been asked by a lady who attended the class just to run through this rosette here. So I'll just put that aside, and what you need is you need 4 patterned motifs from the Spellbinders Parisian Accents die set, and this is double-sided paper, so it just means that if you go slightly wrong you can use the other side of the paper. I've just 4 of those, and I've also done a base piece here, and I've done it in white. So what you need to do is, first of all, is ink up your motifs, and I'm using an eco green dye ink pad here called Peach Satin, and I'm just going directly with the ink pad just to ink up the edges. You can see there, it's just slightly darker on the edges, and I'm going to turn it over just in case I make a mistake with my folding, and highlight the back as well. There we are. Side. Just clear up any ink that's on my craft sheet. Okay, now this is same thing for all 4 pieces. So ink up 4 pieces, and then what you need to do is fold. I've got the right side face up, and I'm folding this pointy bit here, this bit here, across to the same piece the other side, and do a nice thick fold, firm fold, and then you'll find that the rest of it's easy. Turn it round 90 degrees and fold the other sides down. So I've done that twice, and this, because this motif has a different pattern each side, what we need to do now is open it out, turn it over so the wrong side is facing up, and fold the fleur-de-lis to the fleur-de-lis on the other side, just like the old tea bag folding that we used to do a few years ago. Again, nice firm folds in the middle, open it out, turn it 90 degrees and fold the other fleur-de-lis down to the other fleur-de-lis. So we've actually divided the motif into 8 pieces with 4 folds. Okay, so I've got my 4 here that I've already done, and now with your scissors you need to cut 2 of the motifs from the point of the fleur-de-lis right the way down to the centre, and then 2 from this curved bit here right down into the centre. So I'll just do that. So 1 right the way down to the centre, another one exactly the same. You can do this with any sort of motif. Obviously if they are uniform then you'll always use the same pattern. And this one from here down to the centre. Do scalloped circles, like I say, any of the motifs, the Moroccan motifs, Persian motifs, and this one the same, right down to the centre. And now you can start folding. So what I tend to do to make it easier is I have one of the fleur-de-lis, then I have one of the ones that's been cut in the bit that goes down in the middle, then another fleur-de-lis, and then so they're alternate where I've just actually cut it. And then what you can do is you can just concertina fold them, and they go with your original folds, and so they end up like that. Okay, so I put them in order, and if you keep them in this order then you'll find that you won't get into too much of a mess when you actually come to stick them together. And that one, really easy, make it nice firm concertina, like that. Okay, I need to find my cosmic shimmer glue. Sorry about that. and this is a new one, so I just need to put the top off. Check it's glowing. Yes, it is. Okay, so now sticking it together. This was the tricky part when we were doing the class at Alien Island. But if you keep them, as I said, in the different patterns in the right order, then hopefully you won't go wrong. So I'm going to pop a little bit of glue down here. Oh, a bit too much there. Spread it out a bit. And then that should slot. Hang on. Yeah. That should slot into there, and I put the glue in the wrong place. Hang on a sec. Put it on the back. You have to think about what you're doing. Okay. That'll dry clear. So that'll then slide. That slid into that pattern there. Okay. I'm just going to wipe that extra glue off so my rosette doesn't stick together. A bit of tissue stuck in there. That's the trouble when you wipe it with tissue. Okay, that off there. Okay, so that's two pieces stuck together. Then I've got my next one, and that's going to slide in to. Bear with me a minute. Oh dear. That one's going to just slide into there. Okay, you can put these together before you actually come to glue, so you know what you're doing. So I'm going to just put a little bit on the underneath there, like that, and then slide this other piece underneath into it. And the pattern fits, well, virtually perfectly, depending on how well you've cut. Okay, so now I've got three pieces together. This is where it gets a little bit unruly and you have to try and find your ends. This is my last piece coming up. Just check it's going to go in the right place. That's going to slide in there, just on top. So I'll put some glue on the top here. Doesn't really matter if you put glue underneath or glue on top, as long as it's just on one piece and the clean piece slides onto the glued piece. That's on there like that. And now I have to try and find my end again. Sometimes it's easier if you can keep it concertinaed up. Right, there's my end. Oh, hang on, my glue bit's come undone. Cosmic Shimmer Glue is very strong, but obviously I'm trying to do this quite quickly. There we are. And find my end again. There we are. That one. So I'll just put, that's going to go under there. I'm just going to put some oh, my little bits have got stuck in. There we are. And that's coming unglued again. A little bit of glue on there, like that, and slide that on top. And fleur-de-lis sits. There we go. Now, to try and concertina this up now to try and get my rosette so it's going to behave itself. Try and find my ends. It's actually quite a nice bauble type thing, this. You can, if you want to try this, you can actually do it just with 2 rosettes rather than have it go in the whole hog and having 4. Yeah, it is a lot easier. There we go. So that's going to push together. See, like that? Okay, so now I'll get my base piece and I just put a little bit of the red line tape on the base, because I want to hold in place, and then I can put some glue in there in the middle, so it's not going to be seen. So I'll just put some glue, some red line tape just in the centre, and then I'm going to take my rosette, see if it'll behave itself, and just line it up in the centre of my white motif, so the points go right in the centre, like that. Fiddle with it a little bit, come on, behave yourself. There we go, like that. There we go, and there's your rosette. So we can now put some Cosmic Shimmers glue in the centre and add a pearl or a bead or something like that. I've got some beads here. This is a bit bright, but just to give you some sort of idea. It'll stay there a second. Can you see that? And there we are. That's the rosette from the Parisian Accents set. Thank you for watching. Bye.